here from the subject of the book. I will again read from the book so that it's also the official, and also to tease you about the books that you will have your hands on later on. Okay, and to focus back on we know him in different ways, and for this book, our focus is on what he did, his achievement in the last few years. So let me read. Victor D. Rodriguez is the man behind the presidential campaign of Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. in May 2022. He was the face of the campaign, its chief strategist. He first served as spokesman of Marcos in his electoral protest after he lost in the vice presidential race in the May 2016 elections, defending Marcos in the bar of public opinion. He got all the flack. He got even more when, by his lonesome, he stood behind Marcos and pushed him to run for the presidential elections in May 2022, at the time when all the Marcos critics, especially the martial law survivors, rose to block his candidacy, and no one wanted to get close to candidate Marcos. His hard work paved the way for a Marcos return in Malacanang. Marcos won, but the criticisms on Rodriguez didn't leave him. He joined Marcos's cabinet, first as executive secretary, and later on, yes, as chief of staff. His critics didn't stop. He refused to let his critics cage him. At one point, he wanted to answer them, but Marcos prevailed upon him. Don't get distracted. We have so many things to do. He obliged, but only because he respected his president. Now, he's telling his story through this book about how he crafted the Marcos victory and why he left Malacanang after 79 days, and why he chose to keep quiet for the past many months. This book tells all what the public ought to know and to find the value in his story, if not in law, in history. The public deserves to know. So Attorney Rodriguez is a lawyer belonging to class 2002, Faculty of Civil Law of the University of Santo Tomas. Everybody, I'd like to welcome here on stage Attorney Victor D. Rodriguez.
Thank you. Please be seated. Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm very excited. I was looking forward to this event. And I'm very emotional because as they say, you will know who your true friends are. When you are down, or when people are trying to put you down, I may be down momentarily, but I'm still very much around. I never entertain any illusion that those people that I have met when I was still in Malacanang as executive secretary, showing and giving me their nicest, their prettiest smiles are my newfound friends. Not because I do not welcome friends, but simply because it's clear to me, dumadaan lang ako sa posisyon na ito, and I have maintained my friends. My friends then are still my friends now. And I am emotional because I see all of you. You're here because I have regarded you as my friends then and still my friends now. Kaya ako ay masaya at kasama ko kayo ngayong umaga. In coming up and coming out with this book, I have no illusion that I want to be controversial. Ayoko nung ako yung nasa gitna, nasa akin ang spotlight, ako pinag-uusapan. Ayaw na ayaw ko yan. Balit, maraming twists and turns ang ating buhay at napadpad tayo sa ganitong pagkakataon. Wala akong regret. I have been called so many names. I have been ridiculed, humiliated. I kept quiet. And I tell you, it's not easy. I and my family absolutely, we felt the pain. We suffered silently. The easiest way for a man like me, who wants to defend his family from all the unfair allegations, narratives, and what have you, is instinctively, immediately reply and refute grant interview. But not me. I suffered, yes, in silence. People are trying to isolate me. Okay lang yan. Because even then, when I was still in Malacanang, I have already decided I will not grant any interview. Yung mga nanira sa akin, tuwang-tuwa nung ako'y nananahimik, feeling nila ako'y nalusaw na. Hindi nila ako kilala. Noon pa man, ako ay desidido na. Instead na sagutin kita o kayo sa isang interview, whether sa traditional media o sa pamamagitan ng ating mga kasama at kaibigan dito, na new media, una ang aking desisyon. Ililibro ko at lalagyan ng dokumento yung aking sagot sa inyo upang aking harapin sa tamang panahon ang mga ibinintang ninyo na ako ay kapit tuko, ako ay power hungry, ako ay nagbebenta ng posisyon, yung appointment for sale, at ako ay inalis o na-is out sa Malacanang. Yan lahat ay nasa libro. Ang daming sinabi tungkol sa akin. And I just have to refute it my way. I will not let anyone define me. Alam ko ang ginawa ko nung ako ay nasa Malacanang. Alam ko ang totoo. And that's why I am very, very confident. Banatan niyo na ako ng banatan. Laway lang ang inyong puhunan. Nasa akin ang katotohanan. At darating yung tamang panahon, ilalahad ko yan. And I have to do this, not for me. Kaya ko ang kritisismo. Kaya ko yan. But if I will not correct the many lies that you have peddled against me and my family, the generation to come after me will be doomed. The generation that will come after me will suffer damnation. And I will not allow anyone to do that to my children. I owe it to my family. I owe it to my wife. I owe it to my beautiful children. I have to defend them. I have to bring out the truth so people would know what really happened and to straighten out the many lies they have peddled against me. Hindi madaling magtimpi. It took a lot for me to practice this discipline, to keep quiet, to pretend as if you're not affected. It takes a lot from a man to practice this kind of restraint. But I have to, because first, hindi ko pwedeng sagutin yung alam ko namang mga bayaran. Binayarang vloggers, binayarang media men, binayarang broadcasters. Hindi ko sila pwedeng sagutin because I respect the office that I represent, the office of the Executive Secretary. I do not want to be confronted by anybody who occupied that position before me and those who will occupy that position after me. Bakit mo ibinaba sa ganyang level ang office of the Executive Secretary? I owe it to the institution. I owe it to the office. I owe it to those who occupied the office before me and those others will come after me. Kaya hindi ako sumagot at kaya ako ay nagtitiis. And finally, here we are launching the book. I hope you'll find it a good read. And I really appreciate all of you. Tama si Winnie, kung na kayo ay nandito because I regard you as my lifelong friends. I appreciate you. Mahal ko kayong lahat. And hindi mabubuo itong librong ito without my lean but okay, magkakamali. A very mean team. You've met the author, my friend, Jerry Lirio. Bakit si Jerry Lirio? Sabi ko sa inyo wala akong ilusyon na yung mga nakilala ko, nung ako ay nangangampanya at nung ako ay nagsisilbi, kaibigan ko na. Yun din ang pagkatao ko. I value old friends. I value real friendship. Jerry and I met long time ago, 2005, 2006. We made the story of the case that I am handling. He wrote it, sent it out, banner story ng Philippine Daily Inquirer. Rumoli yan, parte rin ang ito. And of course, while forming the team, I have to rely. Ang number one criteria ko nung bumubuo ng team, yung mapapagkatiwalaan. And here comes, she's my friend, but in truth, ang best friend niya talaga ay ang aking asawa, si Miss Winnie Nieva Pantanco. Thank you for joining me in the team. Of course, nandyan ang aking kasama. Nagkasama kami dito ng campaign. At siya ay naging Undersecretary ng Communications Office ng Office of the President, si Yusek Lispam Pedroche. Tatlo lang po kami nagsimula. Plus Jerry, 4 kami, nag-uusap-usap kami. But nagkakaroon na ng forma yung libro. Noong nagkakaroon na ng forma, kinakalaban ko na. Kasi nga, limited budget yung aming production. So, sa dulo na namin, naghanap ng isang maniniwala din doon sa integridad at validity ng storya. Nandyan din sa libro yan. Kinausap, hindi ko siya kilala. In fact, he belongs to the other side of the political fence. Yan talagang dilawan to, sagad to the bones. Ang kumausap dito, si Miss Winnie. At Nag-meet lang kami nito isang beses. Hindi ko siya kilala. At na-brief ako kung anong ugali nito. Sikat ito. Anyag na photographer ito. Ang kinukuhaan lang nito ay mga sikat. Ito, bakit yan iharap mo sa akin? Tanggihan pa ako niyan. But because we need somebody na talaga naman na worthy to be included in your book. Sige ka, harapin natin. So, hinarap ko siya one morning. Wala, instantly nag-click kami. At ang sinabi lang niya bago kami maghiwala, I am in. Count me in. Pero, kailangan mong ilabas yung libro mo. Kailangan mong ibahagi ang storya mo. Because Filipinos have the right to know. Ladies and gentlemen, June De Leon. And of course, kailangan din namin na magaling mag-layout. Si Jerry magaling sumulat, pero hindi mo asahan din sa layouting. Magkakabalik-baliktad yung mga picture and all. So, again, through Winnie and June De Leon, dinala nila si Mr. Manny Roma. Ito yung mga kasama ko sa loob ng isang taon, to the point na nagmi-meeting na kami. Every day, they made a lot of sacrifices, giving me enormous amount of their time because they believe in what I have to say. They believe in this story and they believe it's worth telling. So, I know, mas gusto rin ninyo mapunta na tayo sa ating next part of the program, which is the Q&A Open Forum. So, maraming salamat at alam ko rin na ayaw niya magpabanggit, but I have to recognize, ito talagang maisog ito, ang aking kaibigan na nasa likod, si Kit Chofilo. General Kit Chofilo, formerly of the ISA. Thank you for coming, General Kit. At nandito rin, formerly of ISA. Also, I'd like to acknowledge him, General Gubana. Sir, thank you for coming. Ito, kasama ko rin, matagal na panahon na. Nagkaroon na hakbang ng maisog last Sunday sa Batasang Pambansa. Ito ang pinakamakulay at pinakamatagal na nagsilbing barangay captain doon. Hanggang ngayon ay city councilor ng Quezon City. Di ba tayo hindi takot masuspin dito? Si Konsihal Rani Ludovica, maisog din yan. Kayong lahat, mga kaibigan natin vloggers. And again, to my family, my lovely wife, Mea, yung hindi nyo ho nakikita yan, ayaw talaga niya magpakita. Kaya yung mga nakilala siya kanina, saying, ang ganda-ganda naman ng asawa mo. Kaya kung sinabi ko, sa tingin ninyo, bakit ko pinakasalan yan? And of course, to my children, I love them so dearly. And I think, lahat ng ama gagawin yung aking ginawa upang ipagtanggol ang iyong pamilya. Sinabi ko naman noon pa ako kaya ko. Huwag nyo lang idadamay yung mga bata at yung aking pamilya. And this book, I owe them. Because when I was in Malacanang, immediately, sabi ko, 6 years lang ito. That was my thinking. Ang pinaka-reward ko na lang dito, after 6 years, I'm done. Nagsilbi na ako bilang executive secretary, I'm done. Ang gusto ko na lang mangyari, dumating yung panahon. At malapit na yan, panahon na ng mga bata, panahon na ng mga anak ko. When they apply for work, or when they are engaged in their profession, people will ask them, looking for work, looking for employment, sino ba ang ama mo? Binanggit ang aking pangalan. At ito ba yung dating executive secretary? Ano ina-applyan mo? Ganito lang ang aking ina-applyan. Pakipatawag yung kanilang HR head. Ano ang highest available position dyan? Ibigay mo sa batang ito because your father served well and I assume you are like him. Yun lang ang akin Yung legacy mo. Aagawin pa, sisirain pa, hindi ako papayag. And again, I was talking to MJ kanina. Ako mahirap yung disiplina na huwag kang magsalita. Mahirap. I've endured all of those negative commentaries, nagpipista sila. At alam ko naman, ang akala nila wala na yan. Kita mo hindi sumasagot kasi totoo.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of discipline to practice that kind of restraint that I did. But because for a higher cause. Yung chismis at paninira, kilala nyo kung sino kayo. Malinaw sa akin, ililibro ko yung sagot ko at hindi ko papatulan ang chismis ninyo. I will debunk all your lies, not through a counter vlog or interview. Not yet, until I finish with my book. Yun lamang, maraming salamat at sana ay nagustuhan ninyo ang aking munting libro.